Is applicable with respect to audio tape. It's not a clear question at this point.
All right, gentlemen, I'm afraid ambiguity is where we're going to have to leave this issue for the moment. In a moment, a satirical look at what the home videotape dispute could mean for the future. 1984 was the arbitrary date chosen by novelist George Orwell for a kind of worst of all possible worlds, which he saw coming from the trends of his time. Well, according to Tom Shales, the syndicated television critic of the Washington Post, the dispute over videotaping is a sign that Orwell's 1984 is upon us. Shales made the point in a recent column which he taped for Nightline with illustrations by editorial cartoonist Bill Leamer.
It is 1984, the third year of our persecution, O my brothers, O beta-naughts and beta-logs and fellow members of the Betanese Liberation Front. And still they come, the gray men in the greatcoats, the stormtroopers in their clodhoppers, and the brown shirts, and the gray shirts and the brown coats, and still they seek us out and pick us off and cart away our Goldfinger and our Roots and our great Muppet caper. 3 years, oh my brothers, since the decision banning home video recording of TV shows was handed down by a 3-judge panel, combined IQ 30, of the U.S. Court of Appeals in San Francisco. 3 years since 5 million of us went underground with our Betamaxes, our VHSs, our blank tapes, our patch cords, our satellite dishes, and our Whizmagidgets. 3 years on horizontal hold. They staged another air raid last week, my brothers. They flew low over the subterranean cubicle in the dread bulky racer plane. Another of those converted AWACS they never did send to Saudi Arabia. Their giant magnets swept our Betacombs, hoping to wipe away our fantasy islands, our Johnny Carsons, our masterpiece theaters, our Mr. Bills, our Richard Simmons shows, our Wizards of Oz's, and our Casablancas. The news is not good, oh my brothers. Comrade Joseph K. returned from the front yesterday and reported that the combined military forces of Walt Disney Productions and Universal Studios moved in with their dwarfs and their mice and their incredible hulks and let fly with the dread bulky racers on a hidden vault of tapes stored behind a Piggly Wiggly. There went 132 episodes of the Mary Tyler Moore Show up in a cloud of electrons. There was another speech on the radio today by Jack J. Valenti, president of the Motion Picture Association of America. He called for us to come out of hiding, carrying our tapes over our heads. He said the war against video liberation was costing the movie companies billions of dollars a year. Valenti. We tried to kidnap the corporate imperialist lackey once before, but he was too short. We couldn't find him. Comrade Gunther K. thinks he saw the top of Valenti's head through the back window of his limousine. We will try again. Next time we will bring a smaller laundry bag. The fight goes on. Only yesterday, Sister Henrietta K. was charged with illegal time shifting. She had been caught red-handed setting her Betamax timer to record soap operas in the afternoon so she could watch them later that night when she got home. They not only confiscated her Betamax, they appropriated her Trinitron. Poor Henrietta was sentenced to 3 hours of hard labor a night, watching the network primetime schedule exactly as the network scheduled it, with no fast-forwarding through the commercials. And now we wait, oh my brothers, we wait for the terror from Hollywood, our nation's capital, to come again in the night. Even Mike Wallace is on our trail now. Creepy peepee cameras roam the countryside. The Eyewitness News jet-propelled traffic copter scours the landscape. Comrade Hector K. thinks he even saw Magnum P.I. casing the terrain in his Ferrari. Charlie's Angels are hidden under the bed. Benny Hill is in the closet. The 10 Commandments are buried in the backyard. I have cleverly disguised a videotape of Fahrenheit 451 as a book. They only told us we could pursue happiness, oh my brothers. They never did say we could record it and play it back. I'm Tom Shales.
In a moment, a look ahead at tomorrow. That's our report for tonight. This is Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been ABC News Nightline. For a transcript of tonight's broadcast, send $2 to Nightline, Box 234, Ansonia Station, New York, New York, 10023.